Pani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today we are going to see 7th chapter, Knowledge of the Absolute, shloka number 22. Yeah. Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas Tasya Radhanam Ihate Labate cha tata kaman Mayaiva Vihitan Hitan. Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas Tasya Radhanam Ihate Labate cha tata kaman Mayaiva Vihitan Hitan. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me only, me alone. Yeah, very nice. So here, till now, Krishna has talked about, like, what we understood, what Krishna said was, he gave the, he told us, Krishna gives the faith to the worshippers to worship the demigods. So the faith is given by Krishna. Now in this sloka, we are going to see who gives the power to the demigods to give the benediction to this demigod worshippers. So in this shloka, Taya Shraddhaya Yuktas, Krishna has given faith to the worshippers. The strong faith that demigod worshippers are having, that is given by Krishna. Taya Shraddhaya Yuktas. That's what he's saying. Satasyaradhanam ihate. With that faith, what they do is, they start worshipping the demigods. Then what happens? Labate cha tata kaman. Then the demigod worshipper, he gets the desire fulfilled. He attains the benediction for what he has gone to the demigod, right? So he attains his desire. He gets his desire fulfilled. Now the catch is here. Mayaiva vihitan hitan. So Krishna says, even though the demigod worshipper, he gets the benediction, but who is doing that? Here Krishna says, Mayaiva vihitan hitan. I am doing that actually. That benediction is given by me through the demigods. So very nicely Krishna is saying this. So a worshipper worships some Devi Devatas for material benefits, whatever small or big material desires he has, he goes and worships the demigods. So here and there, his desires are also getting fulfilled, and then he feels happy. Oh, this demigod, he has just blessed me and made my desire fulfilled. So he's very happy, and he again wants to his faith on that particular demigod. His faith increases, and again he keeps on going to that demigod. But how is that happening? He is a fool. He doesn't know who is making that to happen. Krishna is empowering that demigod to get the desire fulfilled. So only when Krishna is empowering the demigod is able to sanction this desire, to fulfill the desire for that devotee. So it is very clear, Krishna is giving the benediction. The devotee is indirectly, the devotee is worshipping Krishna through demigods, and indirectly Krishna is fulfilling the desire of that devotee through the Devi Devatas. So this is this particular flow, how it goes. the devotee is approaching Krishna indirectly, and Krishna is like fulfilling indirectly through the demigods. This flow is very clear from this shloka. Yeah, here in the purport, Prabhupada very clearly says the demigods cannot award benedictions to their devotees without the permission of the Supreme Lord. So here we might forget Krishna, we might be arrogant, we might not be loyal to him, but the demigods are not like that. They are always loyal to the Supreme Lord. They will never do anything without the sanction of without the permission of the Supreme Lord. They are proper servants. They never violate the rules and regulations. They always know who's the Supreme Personality, who can do it, who's the one and only one who can empower us. So they know they are always loyal to the Supreme Lord. They will never like come out of their rules and regulations. They will never violate. So it is very clear that the benediction they get is only through the permission. The benediction the devotees get is only by the permission which is sanctioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the Devi Devatas. So here the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the master there. Because of him only everything is happening. The living entity may forget that everything is the property of Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. So the worship of demigod and achievement of desired results are due not to the demigods, but to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by arrangements. The demigods will never forget their position. They are very clear. They very well know that they know the position of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is everything. And the demigods are very much elevated. They know very well. They understand that who's the proprietor of everything that exists and who has the power to fulfill all the desires of the living entity. They are very clear. They are very elevated souls, the demigods. They will never violate the rules and regulations. So if devotee is going for some desire with some demigod, the demigod will approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Personality of Godhead empowers them to fulfill the devotee's wishes. So this is what Prabhupada is clearly saying here. Yeah, the less intelligent living entity does not know this, and therefore he foolishly goes to the demigods for some benefits. So the devotees who go to the demigods, he is less intelligent. They don't know who's the background for fulfilling their desire. They don't know who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because they are not interested in Krishna at all. They are like less intelligent people. So he just thinks that, oh, the Devatas has fulfilled my desire. Okay, they're like then his faith gets very strong on that particular Devi Devatas and keep on approaching that Devatas alone. So it's like an example. The kid is very happy when a toy car or a toy doll is just running, like walking, or when the car is going. The kid is very happy, but he doesn't know a person is there behind that who has given the key to the car to run. It is similar to that. So these the demigod worshippers are less intelligent. They don't know because of whom their desires are getting fulfilled. Like that, the worshippers have no clue. The demigod worshippers have no clue who is fulfilling this. But behind the scenes, the supreme hero is the one who is making all their desires come true, fulfill all their desires. Yeah. And here one more thing, very interesting. But the pure devotees, when in need of something, prays only to the Supreme Lord, asking for the material benefit. However, is not a sign of a pure devotee. So this is the difference. Like demigod worshippers are different, or in a different platform, materialist or in a different platform, and pure devotees are in a different platform. So pure devotees never go to any demigod, because they are contented, they always surrender unto Lord. If they want something to, actually they don't want any material gain benefits. Even if they want something, they will go only to Krishna to ask for that material benefits, because they have made Krishna to sit in his heart very strongly. Krishna is situated in his heart, in their heart, the pure devotee's heart. They will never deviate from their path, from their devotion to Krishna. They are very chaste. They are very chaste to Krishna. Like a wife, a chaste wife is very chaste to her husband. So something like that. Pure devotees of Krishna are very chaste to Krishna. They will never approach anyone for anything. It is only Krishna. They think always, if Krishna wants to give this to me, he will give. He knows better than me what I want. So they are in that mood. So they will never leave the lotus feet of the Lord, in whatever case it is. So this is the beauty of a pure devotee. They have such a strong faith. They have that. They are completely surrendered to the lotus feet of Lord. They just like are in a mood. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichate tu hare. So like, if you want to kill me, you kill me. If you want to save me, you save me. Oh Krishna, I know you're going to maintain me. So whatever you wanted to give it to me, whatever you wanted to do for me, you just do it. That is the mood of a pure devotee. He is surrendered to Krishna. He has situated Krishna in his heart very strongly. So he will never get deviated from his devotion. And just for some small material gains, he doesn't want to go to any other Devi Devatas or anyone else. Anyway, he will never have any material desires at all, a pure devotee. So in this way, he is completely surrendered to Krishna. He says like, Krishna, my soul is completely surrendered unto your feet. I will never leave you. He always, like, he is in that mode. When someone is in that platform, completely surrendered to Krishna, and for whatever it is, he doesn't go anywhere, approach anyone at all, like any demigods, and he is always doing devotional service unto the Lord. Now Krishna is also in anxiety. He has to protect his devotees, right? When his pure devotees like that. So what Krishna does is, he does all arrangements for his pure devotee. He does all arrangements very well and makes sure that he takes care of his devotees very nicely. Even if the devotee does not ask him, Krishna knows what he should give the devotee, what he should give his devotee, so that he can progress towards his spiritual journey and come back home in this very lifetime itself. Example is Sudama. Sudama, when he went to meet Krishna, he was being told by his wife also, because they were in a very poverty situation and they need some material, Lakshmi. They need some material gains. So he went to see Krishna and to ask him for some help. The moment when Sudama saw Krishna, he was feeling, because he's a pure devotee, he doesn't wanted to ask any material gain to Krishna. So he did not ask anything to Krishna. But Krishna knows the pure devotee's heart. So without Sudama asking Krishna automatically gave everything to Sudama. Sudama doesn't know that till he went back to his hut, which turned into a big palace. So these are the small stories which just like tells us, which shows us the examples of how the Supreme Lord reciprocates to us. How much ever we go closer to him, Krishna takes 10 times the steps what we have taken. So he is the best reciprocating personality. He is the best reciprocating personality. So this is the mood of Krishna. As soon as his pure devotees surrender unto him, he considers that person as his own, and he takes care of him completely, and he does all the arrangements perfectly so that his devotee is taken care so nicely, so nicely. So therefore, the pure devotee will never approach demigods. So that is the mood of a pure devotee. A living entity goes to the demigod usually because he is mad to fulfill his lust. This happens when something undue is desired by the living entity, and the Lord himself does not fulfill the desire. Yeah. So the less intelligent people, they wanted something material gain. They are really not interested in Krishna at all. So they wanted small material gain. So they just go to that particular Devi Devatas, and then they get the desires fulfilled. Maybe they think like Krishna is having only flute in his hand, but there's Devi Devatas are like having so many weapons in their hand. They are more powerful. So let me go to them and ask for this desire. So that is the less intelligent people's mentality. So they go there, and here or there, their wishes, their desires gets fulfilled, and then they get attached to the demigods. But they don't know who's empowering the devatas, who's empowering the demigods. So this is the mindset of the less intelligent people. And when devotional service to the Supreme Lord and the worship of a demigod cannot be on the same platform, because worship of a demigod is material and the devotional service to the Supreme Lord is completely spiritual. Yeah, see, Prabhupada is saying very clearly, devotional service is only spiritual, and the worship of demigod is not in the same platform. Worship of demigod is material, because like a person goes to the demigods only for his material gain. So it is like totally material. And here Krishna knows whether to fulfill the desire or not, whether to give the benediction or not. So like he knows who are the surrendered soul, who are the pure devotees. He knows what to give and when to give. So here these less intelligent people, when they go to Krishna, they go to Krishna also. When they go to Krishna, and if their desires are not fulfilled, they go to devatas. They are not completely surrendered. They are not pure devotees. Krishna knows whether to give them or not. So he just rejects. No, your desire is not getting fulfilled. So they just like, okay, Krishna is not that powerful. Let me go to the demigods. That is the less intelligent people's mentality. And we have to understand, demigods doesn't have the power to purify our heart. Only the Supreme Personality of Krishna, the one and only personality of Godhead, Krishna, can purify our heart. Without the purification of heart, we cannot completely surrender, and we cannot come out of this chakra of birth and death. So therefore, someone who can help us to come out of this cycle of birth and death is on and only Krishna. Only Krishna can do that. None of the devatas can do it. None of the devatas can do it at all. So that is the mentality of the less intelligent people. We have to be very clear. Until unless we get purified, we are not coming out of this cycle of birth and death. Until unless we come out of this cycle of birth and death, we cannot go home back back home. So who is doing it? The cleansing, unless one cannot get purified. Who's purifying us? Krishna is purifying us. One and only person who can purify us is Krishna. So for that, we need the surrendering mentality. We have to serve Krishna. We always have to be in the mood of serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Always. Krishna should be our goal. Therefore, Devi Devatas, when we are approaching Devi Devatas, it is like a business. You give something, I give you something. So that is the business. But with Krishna, dealing with Krishna, it's not at all like that. Krishna knows, if I give this benediction to this person, is he going to march forward in a spiritual path? It is helpful for him to come back home. If that is the case, then he offers the benediction, else he will never do that. So that is why some of the less intelligent people, they don't go to Krishna, because their desires are not fulfilled. All the desires are not fulfilled. But here, the pure devotees know, even if Krishna doesn't give, they are happy, because they are completely surrendered. They know, if I need this, Krishna knows which is good for me, which is bad for me. So if it is there, if it is meant for me, he will definitely give me this benediction. And if he's not giving, anyway, still I'm not going to any demigods. Whatever Krishna has given me, that is what is going to keep me happy. That is the mood. That is the mood of a pure devotee. And Krishna also is a very responsible parent. He knows what to give for whom. Whether this is my surrendered soul and he has to come back to me, so I have to give this benediction to him. So he acts as a very responsible parent to take us back home. So that we have to really very clearly understand. That surrendering mentality has to be there with each and every person. We have been blessed. We have been given this rare and rarest opportunity of this human form. When we have this rare and rarest opportunity of this human form, like we have to think, why are we hankering for all the material gains? Why should we hanker for the material gains? Why not we become intelligent? Why not we become intelligent and use some of our brains to substance to which Krishna has given us, and understand that this life which is given for us is a rare and rarest opportunity to purify myself, because of that I can come out of this cycle of birth and death and go back home to Godhead in this very lifetime itself. So each and every one of us should have that mentality. And for doing this, we have to chant. When we chant the Mahamantra, with the full faith and devotion, with the seriousness and excuse me, with the seriousness and sincerity, with one pointed focus, that Krishna, you are everything to me. I am not going anywhere. Please make my desire very strong. So I hold your lotus feet all the time. And even if I go out, even if I approach someone, please drag me back from there. I should never leave your lotus feet. Whatever you wanted to do for me, just do it. Even if you want to kill me, you kill me. Even if you want to protect me, you protect me. That is how a devotee, that is how a pure devotee's mentality should be. So please never leave me, Krishna, so that we have to hold the lotus feet of the Lord. So here we also have to just like pray Krishna. I always wanted to chant your name, your glories, and always wanted to engage myself in your devotional service. And finally, in this lifetime itself, I have to attain you and serve you for your pleasure, Krishna. This is a prayer which we have to, do each and every day. This is this way of surrendering to God. So here everyone will have some critical situations, then like the less intelligent people, when that particular critical situation comes, they just get diverted and deviated and go to the demigods. But these critical situation should be everyone will be getting the critical situation. These critical situations should be taken as a golden opportunity for us to show Krishna that even in that critical situation, we are completely surrendered to you, and our faith on you is so strong. We are not leaving your lotus feet. Whatever verse may happen, we are not leaving your lotus feet. That is how we have to, our mood has to be there. That is how we have to set our moods during the critical situation. You know what will happen when this type of critical situation comes, and when we are holding on to the lotus feet of Krishna more and more and saying that Krishna, I love you, I don't have anyone other than you, please bless me, please give me more faith. When we just hold on to Krishna's lotus feet so strongly, we become very close to Krishna. So that is how when we become more and more close to Krishna, then we get more and more purified. So all the critical situations, whatever we are getting, we have to think that they are the footsteps for us to go more closer to Krishna, to get more and more closer to Krishna. When we get more and more closer to Krishna, our surrendering mentality is going to be increasing much more. So in that mood, when we reach that stage, whatever it is, we are not going to leave the lotus feet of the Lord. And whatever situation we are put in, we will never go and approach, we will never get deviated to go and approach any demigods. So therefore, pure devotees proves to Krishna that I want you, and when we do this, he will never leave us, because and he will never leave us, the materialist, or in a different platform. So till now, we have seen devotees worship Krishna, pure devotees worship Krishna, and that is in the spiritual platform. And the normal people worship Devi Devatas, that is in the material platform. So now the devotees who are worshipping Krishna, they have a different destination, and the demigod worshippers also have the different destination. So in tomorrow's sloka, we are going to see all about all these destinations. What are all the differences? What a devotee is getting by worshipping Krishna, and what a demigod worshippers' destinations are. So thank you, Matajis and Prabhujis, for attending today's session. Any doubts and comments, please welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.